Hello beautifuls, this is Aromie here and welcome back to Lucid9. We are here figuring out who the heck protected me, to be honest. I'm pretty sure it's one of our friends. The moment is held on pause, broken only by the frantic whisperings of the gathering crowd around us. Shoji jerkily pushes himself to his feet, his footing loose from fury. Arai idly steps in— wait, what? She pushed him away? Steps in front of me, arms hanging limply by her sides. Her expression is passive, but something about it gives Shoji pause. Hey, what's going on over here? Oh, hello, teacher. Mr. Ryota pushes the throng of students apart, books hiked under one arm. All the students start to babble at once. Mr. Ryota, Akane's been absent for 2 days. Can't contact her. This guy provoked his Shoji into a fight. Mr. Ryota waves his hand for silence, an unusual stern expression on his face. Shoji, are you hurt? No, sir. Good. Ryui? Yes, Mr. Ryota? Meet me during lunch. You too, Noriko. Yes, Mr. Ryota. Both of you will give me your account on what just happened. I'll make a judgment after I've heard both stories. Understood? Sullen silence meets his inquiry. He only sighs. Accusations are for children. You guys know that, right? If you're going to claim something, use evidence. If you're going to fight, make sure you have the right reason. Dismissed. Well, I was protecting my girl, Mr. Ryota. He waves his hand to scatter us off to class. Arai protected us. That's pretty cool. We head to the classroom in silence, splitting ways at the staircase. I notice that Ryui keeps close to Arai, stubbornly meeting the gaze of any gawkers en route. Well, looks like I'm gonna get in trouble. Surprise, surprise. I probably shouldn't have interfered with that situation. I probably should have stayed out of it. Usually, I do. I know that high school is basically just a cesspool of idiocy, and it's best to keep out of it. No, not even high school. Life in general. But seeing that girl there, hedged in by such a large group of students, being accused with nothing to defend herself, and seeing Ryui leap to help her defense, just like she did for me 10 years ago. Well, I guess it brought out something that surprised even myself. If anyone has a right to suspect that girl, it should be me. First I meet her, walking alone in District 6, acting like some creepy mechanical doll. And then I learned that her reputation at school is sketchy at best. That's suspicious even by my standards, and I'm friends with Yahiko. But it's possible that everything is a misunderstanding. It's possible that she really just wants friends, that she's a normal person inside, that she just had a difficult time conveying her thoughts. I understand that feeling. I understand it more than anyone else. Ahem. Is it Elizabeth? I shake myself out of my thoughts and take in my surroundings. Huh, looks like some of the morning classes have passed. Yeah, I totally wasn't paying attention. In front of me, 3 girls with hair and makeup arranged just like Elizabeth stand with very indignant, superior expressions. I quickly recognize them as the most avid members in her fan club. Hey loser, we have something to say to you. Lucky me. They ignore me, crossing their arms in uncanny unison. We heard that you're giving Elizabeth a hard time. I glance at Elizabeth, whose eyes are wide with panic. Elizabeth, get your posse and leave. Interesting. Looks like she has no hand in this development. Then where did they get their information from? The brunette girl. That I forgot her name. You better stop before we make you. Elizabeth deserves better. Yama deserves better. Idiots, I only snort and turn back to my homework. Hey, look at us. No thanks, I don't feel like vomiting. I think, but maybe to keep my mouth shut. Thoroughly exasperated of these girls, I nod my head at Elizabeth and raise my eyebrow in warning. Her face pales slightly and she slides over to my desk, smiling faintly at the 3 girls. Hello? Oh, Elizabeth, this guy's been bothering you for a while, right? Elizabeth opens her mouth, clearly intent on agreeing with the girl, but I shake my head ever so slightly. She grits her teeth together, but somehow manages to keep her smile intact. Thanks for your concern, but it's really fine. The girl is blinking clear, surprised. Oh, are you sure? Were you just saying the other day? Saying what? I don't know what you're saying. Elizabeth, you're caught, dude. She sends an uneasy glance at me. I only smile innocently. This really shouldn't be fun, but it is, remarkably so. I thought Yama was bothering. No, it was a misunderstanding. Oh, alright. They nod slightly at me. That's an adequate apology. We're keeping an eye on you. Don't mess with Elizabeth. Don't worry, I don't want anything to do with Elizabeth. Then they strut out of the classroom, their footsteps in perfect unison. I turn to Elizabeth. She grips the edge of her seat until her knuckles turn white. I really can't believe you. I can't believe you! You're faking a persona that you don't have. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Despicable. I hit my mic, sorry. She turns away from me in a huff. Excuse me? I'm not even the one who started it. Oh, heck, she's the one who's constantly picking a fight. It's always been that way. Which is true. She picked a fight with me for no reason. She stares at me in class for no reason. I didn't do anything to her. Whatever. This isn't even worth thinking about. I turn my attention back to the front of the classroom as the break comes to an end. The rest of the morning classes slug by uneventfully. This time, Elizabeth is clearly sulking. Mizaki is just as focused as ever. And by focused, I really mean that she's on her phone the entire period. When lunchtime comes, I tap Yihiko on the shoulder as I grab my backpack. Hey, lunch? Huh, what? Lunch. Cafeteria? Oh yeah, sure, right, cafeteria. Something wrong, dude? Nope, absolutely nothing wrong. I was just thinking, you know, it'd be nice to have a couple more minions. I like Hiko. Isn't that what your club is for? Club? A blank look on his face is foreign to me. I slap him on the back. You know, a club that'll take over the universe? Not uniforce. Your, minions? Ugh, clearly I'm really bad at this. Whoa! Huh? It's lunchtime. When was it? Did I time travel? What happened? Did you Hello? A quick sigh of relief passes my lips before I'm able to spot it. Seems like Yahiko's back to normal. Yeah, it's 418 AD, or 4018 AD. You've been asleep for 2,000 years. I have? I don't feel that rested. Well, we kept you in a cryo freeze during a light stage of your sleep cycle rather than REM. You mean I was scammed on 2,000 years of deep sleep? On the contrary, you were saved from 2,000 years of homework. Oh, I guess you're right. I wonder when he'll realize that I'm not supposed to be alive. Well, super realistic hologram Yama, shall we go grab some lunch? Do you guys still eat that kind of thing? Or he could make a totally ridiculous yet somehow plausible assumption. Indeed we do. Then what are we waiting for? I want to see what kind of cuisine has developed after 2,000 years. Where was his mind? What happened to him? Thoroughly re-energized, he skips out the door. I'm just about to follow, but I feel a sudden tap on my elbow. Yama Ishimoto. Oh, it's this girl. I don't like her either, dude. Can you be the murderer so I can put you behind bars? It's the girl from the cafe. Natsuki, was it? I don't like her because of her head shape. Or maybe it's her hair. Something about her gives me a very bad vibe. I glance at Elizabeth. She's in the middle of some fluffy small talk with her groupies, and unintentionally keeping her back to me. Lizzie's over there. I'm aware of that. She isn't the one with whom I wish to speak. What do you want? I have a simple question for you. What do you want? As far as I can tell, nothing simple when it comes to this girl. Have you ever felt like two people are fighting for your body? What? More specifically, fighting for control over your body. What the heck are you talking about? Like, mind control? No, more like two different entities in simultaneous resonance, resulting in wildly different actions or processes of thought. Oh, like a split personality. It sure runs up my spine. I think it'd be fairly obvious if I'm going through something like that. Well, you may or may not have any recollection of the other entity. It's not me, dude. I don't think I'm the murderer. I'm gonna point my fingers at you. Something about her mysterious smile sets me on edge. And what's with the sudden questions? Psychological paper. We're studying dissociative identity disorder, which is colloquially it's known as multiple personality disorder. I would say you should know of it already, but perhaps your alter ego surfaces during psychology class. I clench my jaw at her obvious accusations, searching to find an answer in her face. I find none. So, do I look like the kind of person who has multiple personality disorder? Do you want to know the answer to that question. I think you're in the wrong game. I think you need to go check out Shiloh from XOXO Droplets. He has a bunch of personalities for you to check out. Look, I gotta go. I'm sorry. Try asking Elizabeth. She's the one who rapidly switches between being nice and being a pain in the ass. She only nods and smiles, but I sense her eyes boring through the back of my head as I slip out of the classroom. I do not like this girl. I don't remember her name. He said her name earlier. I don't remember her name. I attempt to shake off the encounter as I head to the cafeteria, but Natsuki's words linger in the back of my mind. Dude, if you haven't even thought about it, you don't have it. Thankfully, when I arrive, Yahiko immediately wavers me over, face cheerily shining. Have a seat, my loyal minion. Today's special is baby back ribs. Wow, fancy, high school. I can see that from your plate. You can divine stuff from my plate? Look into my love life fortune. He's acting awfully normal. Did he already forget that he's supposed to be 2,000 years into the future? Just eat. Well, I suppose I'll let it slide this time, but a master is supposed to command his minions, not the other way around. Exactly. What? Nothing. You're my minion, Yama. I glance around the cafeteria as I start on my own plate. Oh, he got me food? Wait, why would a master give a minion his plate? That doesn't make sense. The minion's supposed to get the master the plate. But okay. Yama, what's your name? Yahiko? Yahiko, you're technically minion. I recognize quite a few faces. Natsuki and Elizabeth surrounded by groupies. Masato and a few track members. Akira and a few drama club members. Ryui's absent, probably speaking to Mr. Ryota on my behalf. Mizaki too, though I rarely see her around outside of class. Oh, and there's the quiet girl that's awfully strong. And in the corner eating alone is Arai. She seems to be satisfying herself with her own plate of ribs. Something about the picture looks empty, lonely. Say, that gives me an idea. So, how's it been with the ladies? Need you even ask? But fantabulous, of course. Would you mind teaching this humble servant your ways? I thought you'd never ask, but why now? I try to wave off his question by gesturing in Arai's good direction. So, how about her? Oh, someone's caught your eye, have they? His eyes flicker in Arai's direction. I expect him to coo about how adorable she is, how lovely her hair is, how perfect her nose or chin or whatever is, but he only pauses, his brows furrowed in confusion. Huh. What is it? She looks kind of familiar. Like, really familiar. Ordinarily, I think that he's crafting a pickup line, but his bewilderment seems genuine. Where'd you see her? I have no clue. Eventually, he just shrugs this off as with an easygoing grin. Well, my good minion, we shouldn't be wasting time. Watch and learn from the great master. Well, guess it's not important. As always, it would be an honor to see your spectacular techniques. I know, right? You should be grateful I'm not making you pay tuition for such enlightening lessons. Well, they're certainly enlightening, but probably not in the way he's thinking. I bet that the number of girls you've seduced is uncontrollable. You got that right. Okay. Well, technically, 0 is uncountable. First lesson, my dear apprentice? Never waste time. Are they eating? Great! Depressed and withdrawn? Fantastic. Saying that they want to be alone? Perfect. What the heck? Love waits for nobody, Yama. Remember that. Okay. Leave me alone. No, man. I gotta Casanova my way over to you. I can't help but chuckle at just how terrible his advice is. By any chance, have you gotten slapped? Oh yeah, all the time. Why is he saying like that's a badge of honor? You see, evoking a strong reaction means that you've touched a young lady's heart. The line between love and hate is thinner than the line between love and apathy. That's why the most important thing is to make a big impression. That's unusually perceptive. On that note, we're wasting time. There's an adorable lass to seduce. Yahiko promptly skips over to her right, eyebrows raised in a flirtatious attack. Hey! How does it feel to be the most beautiful girl in the room? Looks like the Ikari is already hitting hard. How will his opponent respond? It's not very effective. Can I see your uniform tag? I gotta see if you were made in heaven. Oh my god. A spectacular hit. How would the last dodge out of this one? China. Huh? The uniforms are made in China. Ikari staggers back from the fatal counter. It seems that he's in a state of shock. The last sees this opportunity for an offensive maneuver. Your food. What? Will you eat it? Hey, what are you doing to my ribs? It's a critical hit. The last's bold move has paralyzed Ikari. You're gonna get fat if you eat so much. I'm 102 pounds. You're what? But you can't be that short. 5 feet 2 inches. She's taller than me. She weighs less than me. Sad. I'm still sad now. It's super effective. Ikari is silenced. The last spins her free turns, munching at her newly acquired meal. It's sort of adorable, like a baby hamster munching at... But anyway, back to the match. Ikari studies the last for a moment, no doubt attempting to analyze any potential weak points. This girl's a tough one. Usually I don't allow things like this, but Yama, why don't you give it a shot? Nah, I'm just a commentator of this battle. What? Nothing. Thankfully, Ikari decides to switch his attention from the lowly commentator back to his original target. Why aren't you responding? You should be honored that someone like me is paying attention to someone like you. Wow, rude. Don't tell me you don't swing that way. I'm straight. A clean hit at his vital point. It's looking bad for Ikari. Then why? The last merely finishes up Ikari's ribs and moves on to her own. Are you a witch who took some weird potion to resist me? Why are you unaffected by my charms? Ikari has gone berserk. He's attempting wild haymaker. Stop ignoring me! Ugh, forget it. You're just like the other commoners. You don't deserve being seduced by a superior being like me. You're gonna die, Yuhiko. Answer me when I'm talking to you. My meat is getting cold. What an amazing display of indirect trash talking. The last has just placed Ikari below some humble baby back ribs. You! Ikari hurt himself in his confusion. Meanie! Bully! I'll have a revenge, I tell you. Revenge! Bully? The little girl's bullying by ignoring you? And Ikari exits the ring. Automatic forfeit. Instant KO! Nothing. As the ride finishes up the meat on her plate, I settle into the chair next to her. It's hard to tell from the stoic expression on her face, but she seems a little happier than a few moments ago. Do you want my ribs? Didn't you eat them all? I did. Then why did you offer? Then why are you here? At the very least, she's more open than when I met her yesterday. I'm sitting. Sitting is nice. Her expression doesn't even budge. Sitting makes the world go round. And sitting is good for you. It's bad for you. Her sudden response catches me off guard. What? Well, at least she's talking to me. That's a start. How can sitting be bad for you? Higher risk in obesity, high cholesterol, lower back pain, cardiovascular disease, and type 2 diabetes. And Tyler is calling me, so I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Tyler butt called me. So it wasn't important. Anyway, higher risk in obesity, high cholesterol, lower back pain, cardiovascular disease, and type 2 diabetes. Obesity, I can see it. I can see it. I've gained weight from just plain being on the computer a whole lot for recording and everything ever since, like, I quit my job at certain retail. I gained weight. It's horrible. She says it so monotonously, but I can't tell whether she's joking or deathly serious. She's serious. Those things happen. But sitting doesn't cause that, right? I mean, I think it's like long hours of sitting. Arai evaluates me for a moment, but only returns to her food without a word. I'm searching for a different topic to discuss when she abruptly speaks again. What's your name? Yama Ishimoto. You're not gonna comment on it? You know, it's an unusual name. Not like La Roche Lamparade. La Roche Lamparade? As in from code Deuce? 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 That's not Deuce. Deuce. You know it? Vaguely? It's a familiar, popular series among young adults, but I'm surprised that someone like her would know about it. Well, next to La Roche Lamprey, there can be many strange names. Araya only reaches into her backpack and begins to munch on a peach. For a moment, I pick up her ribs in silence, but she speaks again. Where the heck did I get my ribs? Did I carry the tray with me when I went over here? What is your dose? Or deuce? My what? Deuce. Special power. I don't even know if I'm saying that word right. I'm not sure where she's going with this, but I guess I might as well follow her. My special power is creating sardines out of thin air. Well, ain't that beautiful? Canned or fresh? She doesn't seem phased in the slightest. Both? So freshly canned. I guess. Mix them now. Sardines? Of the many weird situations I've encountered over the course of my short life, this just might take the top. She's joking, right? We don't know if she's joking or not. This is where we're gonna say it for today's episode. So far, it's interesting. We had to stick up for this girl. She is a murderer. She's pulling off a great persona right now. Being this quiet, not wordless, a quiet, a few words type of girl. And that's what I usually come off as when you first meet me. It's kind of really weird because my friends tend to say I'm shy, but I'm like completely fine technically talking to nearly 5,000 people on my channel. But in public, when you tell me I had to order something in the drive-thru, it's like, no, please, someone do it for me. I just find that completely weird. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.